Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at a level 51 100% IV Buzzwole in the Open Master League. Seeing that we all just collected a bunch of these potentially, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it to see if you should power one up. Maybe you had a 100, maybe you got a shundo. So I'm going to bring you the performance here to see if you want to actually invest in it. Spoiler alert, you do. Okay, this thing is amazing. Now, when it comes down to actual fighting types going up against gyms and raids, particularly raids, Buzzwole's not going to be your top tier pick, but it definitely can still do something. Superpower and counter are still a pretty decent moveset for it. It's going to be fun to use in a unique set of fighting type Pokemon going up against a particular Pokemon in a raid that is weak to fighting. That's what I like to do a lot of times. But with that said, we're going to be pairing it up with Ho-Oh the entire time. And as far as the other Pokemon, we're going to be swapping that out periodically, I do believe, for Zygarde and then even the Dawnwings or Duskmane, okay? And we're going to be actually taking out all kinds of Titans with Buzzwole. It was so good. So with that said, folks, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. If you want to support me or if you enjoy these videos, if you can give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. All right, speaking of Titans here, we're up against the Duskmane, and we're going to go ahead and go for that superpower. And we're making it to the next superpower to take the win. So again, the Duskmane Dawnwings, they really can't take a hit, but they're definitely really strong and hit super hard. He is part steel, so he's taking quite a bit of damage. Let's go ahead and hop into this commentary here. Leading with the Dawnwings, we're going to go ahead and see a matchup up against the Dragonite here. They're going to be shielding up the first Dark Pulse, and I do believe we're going to go ahead and shield in return here. And the next Dragon Claw, they are going to outpace me here. Got a nice little frame skip going on, and it's still happening. The frame skip is still happening, and you gotta love it. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Dark Pulse here. They do catch with a freaking Shadow Tyranitar. Chef's kiss. That was a good catch, my friend. All right, so they're going to be bringing in a Landorus. Actually, it's not... I mean, we resist the moves. We resist rock, kind of. We are part bug, so we don't technically resist it. It's just neutral. Buzzwole flexing on him. So there you go. You can see the damage there. We are just going to go ahead and throw a lunge here so we can lower the attack. All of our moves are going to be resisted because of their typing there. We're getting to the superpower on the Buzzwole up against the Dragonite here just to do a little bit of extra damage, and we're getting a shield out of him, the last shield as well. So we are in a little bit of a jam here. This is not looking particularly great for me. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Ho-Oh. I thought I might be able to farm them down, but the Dragon Claw plus the Dragon Breath pressure is just a little too much. I'm holding on to this last shield because I figure that damn Landorus is going to have a energy ready to go, and a Stone Edge is going to screw me over, or even a Sandseer Storm at this point because our health is so low. But I failed to realize that they not have the energy ready to go, and we do have a Brave Bird. We're going to go ahead and throw that and take the win. All right, let's keep it going here. We're going to be leading with Dawnwings for a good majority of the video here. We're going to swap that out for Duskmane in a bit. So they are going to be making a swap into their Ho-Oh, or into their Groudon. We swap into our Ho-Oh. And Precipice Blade still does a decent amount of damage. I've been in that position that they are in. It still really hits pretty hard. Now we're going to go ahead and throw that Sacred Fire, bringing back the Mewtwo, and we're going to go ahead and throw Brave Bird because they're not going to Psycho Cut us down. We don't need to worry about that, lowering our defense by 2 stages, but they are going to build up extra energy so they are ready to go for the next Pokemon. So we have to keep that in mind. So of course they're going to be taking us out here. They are down a shield, so we're looking pretty good. I simply just need to shield this up here. If they want to use their last shield on Mewtwo, then so be it. Be my guest. So let's see if they want to actually do that here right about now. And they do. Fantastic. So we do have a Buzzwole in the back, right? The star of the show. Let's see what's in the back, though. All right, so they're swapping. It is going to be a Dialga. So here you go. Look at Buzzwole. Just eating that thing alive with counter. Superpower is essentially going to one-shot this thing. Yeah, it's a wrap. Look at that. And then what? Can we get to the superpower? Bingo! Bingo! This is not very effective, but it is still going to be able to take the win because our health is so low. And Buzzwole taking out a Mewtwo now. I know, it's circumstantial situation, but anyways, next game, met with a Ho-Oh. Now, they are Shadow, so that quick move is going to be doing a ton of damage to our Dawnwings here, so better not make sure they sneak any quick moves through. So they did shield up that first charge move, no problem. We're going to go ahead and shield up their Sacred Fire, and no attack drop, baby. Let's go. Going for the next Dark Pulse. I do believe we get 2 shields out of them here. All right, sounds good. If you want to use both of those shields, by all means, and then throw your energy, be my guest. Sounds good to me. So we do have our own Ho-Oh, but they're going to be immediately swapping into a Mewtwo. And this is fantastic. So I'm figuring, okay, you have something to protect you from fighting 2 Pokemon, a flying type and a psychic type. So hopefully they're still in the bag, something like a Dialga. So we'll have to see. We are going to outpace them to the Brave Bird here. And what do we have? We still have 1 shield left, for crying out loud. Oh, a fairy. Oh, no. Shoot. Ah, crap. No, we're good. Ah, I'm joking. No, we're good. So basically, we let that go, bring in the Ho-Oh, and just go for the Brave Bird. Okay, we still had a shield left too, so it was pretty much a wrap here. And we take the win. Oh, by the way, just want to tell you, the Ho-Oh is 100% IV, but it's not maxed out. I still need several more power-ups. All right, looks like we're going in here with the Duskmane now, and we're met with a Kyogre. No problem. See, the Dark Pulse just does so much damage, as well as Shadow Claw accumulating, that even if we can't go for our main move, it doesn't really matter. Most of the time, you're going to be going for Dark Pulse on both of these Fusion Necrozmas, to be honest with you. It's very few in between where you're actually going to throw their signature moves, Moongeist Beam and Sunsteel Strike. Okay, and they are so cool. They are such a cool movesets on these things. I said that all kinds of weird. Anyways, bringing in the Buzzwole. Unfortunately, that damn Kyogre is getting to the surf with 1 HP. Bringing in their own Duskmane. We're going to go ahead and go for Lunge. Probably could have just went for a superpower, to be honest, but we're going to go ahead and retreat to catch a Dark Pulse after we did lower their attack with the Ho-Oh, and that was a good catch there. They are going to be retreating into their Dialga, so this is looking pretty good for me here. We are shielding this up, and unfortunately they did bait me with an Iron Head, so joke's on me, huh? So we're going to go ahead and throw the Sacred Fire here. We don't want to lower our defense. Now we can go for the Brave Bird. I don't think this is going to be enough. Let's see what happens here. Barely. Oh my goodness. Come on, counter them out. Peace. And then can we get to another superpower? We just need to get to 1 more. Oh, no. This is it. Oh, I thought they had a shield left. And then 1 more counter. And there you go. Look, Buzzwole's taking out these freaking champs. Top tier Pokemon. And you can say, oh, it's been set up to do it at the end. Yeah, you're right. But still, it's freaking Buzzwole going up against things that it's extremely weak against. So, pretty awesome. All right, next game. We have Necrozma versus Origin Palkia, which is fine. They're going to have to just keep hitting that Aqua Tail. Although Spatial Rend still does a decent amount of damage. So they swap into their Duskmane. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Ho-Oh, of course. This is a great matchup here. As you can see, the quick moves are doing a ton of damage. Now, you can't necessarily just, farm them down at full health with even energy, because they're going to be able to take you out, unfortunately. Now, maybe my Ho-Oh was powered up more, I'd be able to take more hits, but as of now, didn't work out too well for me. But that's okay. We still have a plan ready to go. We're going to go ahead and bring in that Buzzwole. They're retreating with energy and bringing in a Xerneas. Looked like they were catching, but I knew what I was doing. I wanted to lower their attack and then swap, but kind of, that's kind of pointless because our health is so low with our Duskmane. It doesn't really matter if I lower their attack because everything's going to take me out. So we're going to go ahead and shield that close combat. Of course, they get to another stinking close combat here. So I do believe we're actually going to lose this one, unfortunately. So we're going to go for another Dark Pulse. Not very effective, but they did go for close combat to lower their stats. Using their last shield to swapping into their Palkia. I think I might be able to maybe pull this off with Buzzwole, folks. Can Buzzwole take out the Xerneas? Now we are going to be getting hit by, I would assume, Aqua Tail here. Okay. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to really happen. I go for Superpower because that's simply going to be doing more damage. So let's see. Oh, they survive with about 4 HP and they get to their charge move. Well, good game. You can't win them all. But Buzzwole still did put up a good fight there. All right, next game, we're going to be met with a Origin Dialga. Sounds good to me. With our Duskmane, we are Steel, so we do resist that Dragon. Again, they just, if you're wondering, which one do you want? You guys keep asking me this. Y'all keep asking me, which one should I make? I don't know. They're both good. Honestly, it really depends on what you're trying to do. I've already told you the Dawn Wings is slightly better in certain circumstances as far as PvP as well as rating, but they're both the top tier in their class. I mean, this one, Dawn Wing or Duskmane, is the best Steel type, and then Dawn Wings is the best Ghost type. Okay, so it's just the way it goes. But anyways, look at that. Hitting me with one of the most powerful moves in the game. Zygarde just absorbs it. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so we do have the Zygarde on the team now. Up against Landers. This is always a fantastic matchup here. So it looks like we took off Ho-Oh. And we are actually going to be double weak to Fairy. Yes, I understand. So if we do encounter a, say, I don't know, Togekiss, yeah, we're pretty screwed if I don't have the Duskmane still ready for action here. And even then, they can charm me down because damn things can't really take a hit. All right, so we're up against the Dawn Wings. We're going to go ahead and shield that up. Now, the Lunge is actually going to be doing a decent amount of damage because they are part Psychic. So we do have that going on, while the Ghost is actually going to be neutralizing it, so it's not necessarily super effective. So we survived that. Buzzwole, absolutely a champion, but we still have all these Pokemon, so we're just going to go in there, Shadow Claw, take the win. So if you're still wondering, should I power up Buzzwole? Well, again, if you have a 100 or like a 15, 15, 14, yeah, definitely. It's a good Pokemon to have, and it works well in Master League. Unfortunately, even at 100% IV Best Buddy, it doesn't hit 4,000 combat power. It's just barely there. My OCD was really pissing me off last night looking at that. I was like, come on, just give it a couple more combat powers. Let it hit 4,000. All right, so we have the Zygarde, the ultimate cheat code. Yeah, definitely cheat code. So a little bit of a story time here before we, well, this video still has a little bit longer, but I have been heavily investing in old retro games lately and upping my game as far as, you know, quality of play, or at least vision. So I got these like HDMI cables for the old consoles, and oh my gosh, it's like a whole new world. It's amazing. Playing things like Soldiers of Fortune, Outrun, I do believe is what it's called, or it's the car game where you just have to keep going through the maps. I'm a Sega Genesis kind of guy, okay? Sega Genesis, Game Boy Color, original Game Boy, and Digimon Tamagotchi colors, and all of those like remakes that they're making. I'm just a 90s kid, folks. You know, catch me with that teal on, all right? If you know what that means, like those old cups from back in the day. Like everything from the 90s was like teal. Anyways, enough about the 90s rambling. It was the best time of my life. Man, I feel sorry for the kids now. If you could only just have a taste of what it was like to not have a phone or social media or the internet, you would see life in a different point of view. But anyways, enough about that. So we had a good lead. They're going to be swapping into Ho-Oh. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Zygarde here and play the Zygarde game, okay? So I know the grind to get this is just the biggest pain in the butt. I get it. But when you do get it, oh my goodness, it's going to be so worth it. I did have to make that massive investment in the XL candies because, well, there is no way to get candies for this unless you walk it, which is going to be very slow. And that's about it. Or just putting them in there with the rare candies. All right, taking that win. And let's keep it going here. What do we have? Leading with the Duskmane, met with a Kyogre. Okay, we'll take it. Oh, looks like we have Giratina on the team now. So, all right, things are going to get a little bit interesting here. We got a few more battles for you folks. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do. It is going to be much appreciated. So much, folks. So much. All right, so getting to the next Dark Pulse here. And let's get it. I can't believe we have Digimon in Pokemon Go now. This is so cool. Okay. We're going to let that go. We'll bring in our Giratina to farm them down. I think they don't get anything off. Yeah, they were trying to reach Blizzard or something. Origin Pulse, who knows. But we have all this energy now. And Togekiss. See, here's the thing. Yes, we have two Pokemon weak to Fairy. Particularly Charm. Sheesh. But the thing about Giratina is so amazing with his attacks that you can go up against the Fairy. And you don't have to really worry about it too much. So we bring in Buzzwole here. You know, we're gambling, folks. We're gambling here. What's going on? Oh, goodness. So I lowered the attack so that our Giratina will take less damage, but they immediately swap and they have their own Giratina. Go figure the algorithm. Haven't seen one Giratina until I use my own. The game tends to like to throw the Pokemon that you're using at you as well on the opposite team. Now, obviously not every time, but a lot of times. And look at that beautiful finish. 1 HP in a dream, taking out the Togekiss with the Giratina Origin. Amazing. Next game, we're met with a Dialga Origin. And we'll take it, no problem, no problem, no problem. Now, Roar of Time, yeah, you know, it does a lot of damage, so we do have to consider that. It's not going to KO, but it'll do a whole bunch. All right, they're going to be letting that first crunch go. All right, sounds good to me. Now, yeah, man, sometimes I want to tell you my insight. Oh, never mind, they just go straight for it. I was going to say a lot of times when you're so low, they might just go for the lower move because they can just farm you down afterwards, but they went for it, no problem. And they do have a Dawn Wings Necrozma back there. They're going to be taking so much damage from our Stab Shadow Claw. Look at how we're just eating their health away here. So I think we're going to want to double shield this thing. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go for the Ominous Wind here. Take them out. Oh, we get the boost. That's it. That's it. It's a wrap. That is a wrap. That is an absolute wrap. And I do believe this is the last game here. So we'll call this Sacred Fire. They're not going to be able to take us out with the quick moves. Well, they can, but it's going to be kind of slow with that defense up. They call it. They call the freaking Ominous Wind. Son of a gun. They shield at the next one. Can we get to the next one? Come on, come on. Oh, gosh. We have one shield left, folks. Buzzwole, star of the show. Last battle. Last showdown. Well, it's not. We have one more battle, my bad. So we go for Superpower, and we are actually going to take the win up against a Ho-Oh now. Damn! Is there something that this thing cannot take out? Let's go. Next game. Leading with the Zygarde, met with a Ho-Oh. This is our last battle now, folks. And this is a good matchup. This is where we want to see it, obviously, because the two Pokemon we have in the back are weak to fire. Yeah, that's the way the game works. They throw those kind of Pokemon at you in the front when you have weakness in the back like that. They're going to be retreating and bringing in their Dialga. We're immediately bringing in the Buzzwole. We'll let this go. This is an Iron Head, absolutely. Now, I figured they're going to let this go so they can go in here and farm me down with what they just bring in, or what they started off with. So we take them out like we've seen before. Buzzwole holding it down. And no, I did not get a single shiny Buzzwole. I did not. Nor do I actually care. If you did, fantastic. I have a 100 all the way maxed out. I don't care. It's not even looking. If it was like, say, I don't know, all green or gold, then sure, but it's not. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Buzzwole is definitely worth your investment, as you've seen. Thank you for watching, and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!